Carsten built a very large business in Germany, where you feel like sitting. And his story is quite remarkable. And that's really where we should start. He's the founder of Hybris. Carsten, tell us in your own words how it got from, I don't know if it was a garage, but how it got from the garage to selling to SAP for over $1 billion.
Long story, it just took us 17 years. And if I can summarize it, at the most important deciding points, it was a lot of luck. And you need luck all over the place, especially, there was a very strong startup community between 97 and 2001 in Munich also, right?
But when you say luck, what was the luck you're talking about?
You got to force the luck, and then somebody has to come through the door who gets your vision and gives you another runway, finances the company for another few years, and then you have to always consistently work towards your customer base. You have to expand your partner channel, especially when you talk about enterprise software. Then you have to keep the people together. That's more important than
so meeting the right people at the right time, and have them do the right thing. In your case, giving you capital, believing in your vision,
correct,
and helping you to grow.
Yeah.
So, well, it's probably not luck. It's probably just convincing when you.
It's convincing, and you got to execute on your plan, and you got to stay consistent also on what you were doing. I mean, the hybris vision from year 2, let's put it this way, since '99 has not changed.
What is Hybris?
Hybris is enterprise software for omni-commerce, which basically enables merchants to deliver a consistent and contextual transactional, like shopping experience across all channels. It's in B2B as well as B2C, and it's also cross industry, so it's not only retail. Plus, Hybris comes with a strong backend component where you can manage your product and customer data, so it makes it easier to publish that data in an agnostic way to the different channel and customer touchpoints.
So you're like a software company helping very large companies to sell online?
Correct.
And SAP has often been criticized for being a great ERP company, a great software company, probably one of the greatest ever.
Yeah.
But they weren't so successful online. Was that the reason for them acquiring your company?
Yeah, that was the main driver. And right now there's a shift in paradigms. You have the whole back office stuff, the internal process, and there's a revolution also going on, right? You have Workday eating into the HR and finance share from a cloud perspective, and many other companies, but the whole cloud initiative is much easier if you have an internal process behind the firewall, right? And then you have the whole front office shift in paradigm. The customer journey is completely changing. Customers these days are educated. They know how to navigate the touch points without being identified. And you have to, in order to provide a consistent experience and not lose that customer, you have to be able to capture the complete 360-degree view of a customer. And that is something that ERP vendors usually are not capable of doing, right? So yes, it was a good marriage, and it proved out afterwards to be vastly successful. We grew more than 100% the 4 years before the acquisition, and we're now growing even more than 100% year over year.
Really?
Yeah.
So originally Hybris is from Germany, and we know for European companies to grow outside their original market is hard. Nicholas told us earlier from BlaBlaCar how they're doing it, but that's obviously a consumer business. I guess for B2B companies, much more difficult. How big are your sales, or is your business outside Germany today?
Outside Germany is more than 80%.
80%?
No.
And have you managed to crack the US market?
Yeah, I moved to North America in 2009, like approximately 5 years ago. And right now we are way north of 150 million in software revenues there. Okay,
so you build an amazing business. And tell us, how much does SAP acquire of your company, of Hybris?
How much of Hybris?
Yeah.
All of it. It was
100%.
100%, yeah.
And you're not gone to the beach?
There is a big challenge waiting for me still. We are running all of CRM and customer engagement and commerce now within SAP, and we are actually able to define that shift.
So you worked 17 years to create $1 billion exit, or €1 billion exit.
Who knows, yeah.
And now you're working for SAP as an employee. You have a very high pain level, I guess, right?
From time to time, yeah.
That's very brave. So tell us, at SAP, I mean, you have been a bootstrap starter, managed to build one of the tech giants. When I was at Lehman, like in 1998, we IPO'd a company called Software AG, and I was told that there are only very, 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 very few large software companies out there. You achieved it, and now you work for SAP. Is that what you thought when you started Hybris?
No, but it's only like 15 months back, so who knows what the future brings.
And what's your exact role there? Are you there to bring some entrepreneurial spirit to SAP?
No, right now my role is President of Customer Engagement and Commerce, which basically combines CRM, the complete marketing domain, and the complete commerce and service domain. So that's the fastest growing line of business within SAP, and also in terms of total software revenue, a substantial contributor. So it's sizable, you have the ability to execute even faster than before, and you can really redefine the market with that horsepower. If a large company long-term will understand how to keep the agile talent that an acquisition like Hybris brings to the table, I don't know yet. We're going to see that over the next year.
And is it hard to fit in an organization like that, or?
If you care about how you fit, then it's hard, yeah.
Okay. So if Hybris would have been a US business, you think you would have, or if it would have been headquartered in the US, I mean, I hear you got a very nice price, but you ever thought that there's a valuation disadvantage of being a German or European company?
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
No, we were 2 weeks before filing and had the three largest software companies bidding for us. 2 out of them out of the US, obviously, plus SAP. It was a rich multiple, and there was no price disadvantage. To be honest, it was much harder to being financed in Europe over years than making our way into the US and succeed there. I think the big problem is that once you get financed in Europe, also by European investors, they usually tend to tell the founders that it's so difficult to go to the US and they should not do it. Once you're there, it's actually not that difficult. Yes, they are better in marketing. Yeah, so get the people that are better in marketing and make them work for your company. You gotta know what you do, but you also should not be scared. And I see, when I talk to founders and have a sizable portfolio as a business angel, they have so much respect, being especially German companies going into the US, that's sometimes too much. Everybody cooks with water, right? And only because their slides are shorter and look better, it does not mean that their software is better. So find the people that make the slides look better and deliver them German software, and I think that's a good recipe for success.
So going to the US is not so difficult. It's challenging, but it's doable, as Hybris showed us. What other lesson you can share with the entrepreneurs sitting here?
If you are convinced that you have a deep market from a market potential, the market that you can address, and if you are convinced that you have a diversified market, then just stick to it. There's nothing easier long-term if you're patient and persistent and work hard to succeed than when the market is really fast-growing, diversified, and deep. And don't get thrown off by speed bumps. We had approximately 150 over the past 17 years. But we knew that we're probably addressing the largest market for software in 20 years. So we just, did what we did, and ultimately led to success. It takes time to establish technology companies.
So what was the biggest crisis you had in the history of Hybris?
When Munich lost the Champions League final against Manchester United in the last 2 minutes of extra time.
Okay, and the second largest?
The second largest was probably in 2000.
I mean, did you have a situation where you almost ran out of money?
Oh yeah, that was the case for 5-6 years every week.
Okay.
So we got financed on a weekly basis over 5 years almost, and in 2000 we had a situation where our Swedish VC went bust. And we basically, like over the weekend, did not know how to continue on Monday anymore, and just got lucky again. But yeah, we got weekly financing for multiple years. So it was not always fun.
So today you are on the other side. You are one of the people who are looking for talent, looking for interesting companies. Tell us, to conclude this interview, what SAP is interested to acquire. Is it just software? Is it SaaS? What is the German software giant up to?
I mean, you see that SAP is trying to transform the company also into the cloud company, right? And so cloud revenues are important for every large enterprise software player these days. But ultimately, there's a lot of software that is not a cloud architecture that can still be delivered in a cloud model. So as long as the technology is convincing and the technology is addressing a growth market, SAP will always be interested, like across the board, no matter if it's logistics, fulfillment, HR, supply chain, CRM, you name it. High growth, sweet technology, cloud is an expression of a delivery model, not of architecture necessarily.
Thank you so much, Carsten. I wish you
Marco.
another wonderful 15 years at SAP.
Will not happen.
Then you have done enough to go to the beach.
Thanks.
Nice meeting you again. Thank you.